All right, guys, you can ask your next question for Teddy.
Hey, David Newton here. You seem to play a really clean game. Was there anything that you'd like to have back or do differently?
Yeah, I think we just got to continue to clean some things up. It was just good for us to get out there and compete together as a team. Obviously, you want to come out and start the second half and then put a drive together, not go 3 and out. So I wish we could have had that drive back. You always talk about what you wish you could have done different, but moving forward, hopefully we can just be in those situations again and create our own rhythm, get points, to start the second half and not put our defense on the field so fast. So it was just one of those games where it was good to finally get out there as a team and compete amongst each other, but there's always some things that we got to clean up.
Teddy, this is Miles Simmons. You just mentioned the difficulty getting started in the second half. Is there anything you can put your finger on as to why that happened after watching it on film?
No, we just, got to approach each snap as if we're down, 14 points, 21 points. And I think as you watch the game, we were down 2 scores and no one panicked. And it was like, man, it was more of a sense of urgency. So I think if we could just come out and start, every drive with that same sense of urgency, there'd be more, positive plays and less negative plays.
Hey, Teddy, it's Joe Person. Appreciate you being on. Wanted to know if you guys had any issues with the offensive headsets in place coming in.
No, we didn't have any issues. It was very smooth, smoother than what I thought it would be.
Hey, Teddy, it's Jonathan Alexander. I'm wondering, when you're part of a new team that's kind of starting from scratch, I know you all expect to win, but when you have a new team that's kind of starting from scratch, how do you measure success?
When we come together as a team, we have one common goal, and that's to win football games and help this organization ultimately win the Super Bowl. So the common goal is everyone coming together to do their job so the team can have success. And that's how you measure it. Is all 11 guys on the field doing their job, in order for the team to have success. And when you watch the tape, you may have 8 guys one play, 10 guys one play. You may have 11 guys one play. So the more we can just have all 11 guys on the same page doing the job, and that's how you can measure the success that we have.
Hey, Teddy, it's Elena Getzenberg. We talked about the plays you wish you could have back or the things that didn't go great, but what do you kind of stood out as something that went well or like something that you think, was a big positive from yesterday?
There were a ton of positives. And, ultimately we didn't win the football game, but, you walk away from a game like that and you look at, the way guys were just responding to the different situations that we're in. There was a ton of adversity throughout that game that went unnoticed, by the human eye. But, guys responded well, man. You saw a lot of the veteran guys trying to, motivate guys and just bring energy in. It was contagious. So I was very pleased with just the energy. You watch Robbie catch a 75-yard touchdown and you hear Shaq Thompson, just yelling, as Robbie's running down the sideline. And, that's great. And that's what it's going to take. The guys who aren't on the field. It's going to take the veterans. It's going to take all of us to just, bring energy and just continue to motivate each other to have success.
Hey, this is Miles Simmons again. I mean, you just mentioned adversity that might not have gotten noticed. What was that adversity that you guys had to go through?
Well, we come out, some adversity might have been like penalties that we brought upon ourselves, but also just, there was some communication things. But at the end of the day, we went out there and we didn't score enough points. A great mentor of mine, he always said, man, if a team scores 7, you got to score 8. If a team scores 34, you got to score 35. So we didn't score enough points yesterday to win that football game, and we just got to come back next week and try to be better.
You guys have any more questions for Teddy?
Yeah, I do. David Newton again. I wanted to ask you, there was a lot of reports during the offseason about maybe Tampa Bay courting you. How far along did that get, and what made Carolina right over them?
I don't want to dwell on, the past right now. So, I'm excited that I'm here in Charlotte, the quarterback of the Carolina Panthers. We have a chance to do something great around here. And I'm excited that I get to come to work every day with a group of guys who, understand what's at stake for us. We all play with a chip on our shoulder. And, we just try to have that what's next mentality, like Coach Rule says. And, it's a great feeling right now just being the starting quarterback of the Carolina Panthers.
Hey, Teddy, Tony Dungy said something interesting last night, that he thought that the lack of sacks and pressure around the league yesterday may have been because no fans and offensive line could communicate very well together. Do you think that was a factor in your game where you were only sacked once and Carr wasn't sacked at all?
Honestly, I shouldn't have been sacked at all. I should have checked the ball down to Christian right there. But, I don't know if the lack of communication with fans being there or being able to communicate more without them, played a role. But I know our guys have been working extremely hard all camp. And if you watch and pay attention to the way they practice, the way we operate, Pat Meyer's done a great job of just getting those guys going. And we have a group of veterans up front who have played a ton of football in this league. So, I wasn't surprised at all that it was a clean game the way it was. Like I said, those guys work extremely hard. Those are the guys who never receive enough credit. So for you to just acknowledge them right now, that says a lot.
All right, guys, we have to let Teddy go. Teddy, we appreciate you taking the time.
No problem. Thanks, guys.